Hello and welcome to Chosen Lifelines for Women, where we've been called to challenge and change the culture of women's worth, willpower, and wisdom. My name is Charmaine Jennings, and I'm your chosen life practitioner and a certified life coach and relationship coach. And today, our lifeline, we're talking about both willpower and wisdom. Wisdom is defined as the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise includes the soundness of action or decision making, being able to apply your experience and knowledge. So not just having it, but can you apply it? And then we have willpower. Willpower is about control extended to do something or restrain your impulses. And today I want to talk about the topic of not widening your circle. How many times when a problem comes up, it's really, really, really hard to sometimes make sure that we keep our circle small. And what do I mean by that? That means that there's a scripture in Proverbs when we talk about wisdom. Proverbs is a book in the Bible that is the master of all wisdom, right? It provides so much. But in Proverbs 25th chapter, 9th through the 10th verse, it reads, "If you argue your case with a neighbor, do not betray another man's confidence, or he who hears it may shame you, and you will never lose your bad reputation." That's the NIV version. I love the Message version, which says, "In the heat of an argument, don't betray confidences. Word is sure to get around, and no one will trust you." So again, think about a time when you have a conflict and you're really upset at a person. How many times as women do we ensure that, you know what, we take time to process that anger and we make sure we keep that circle small? We don't want to widen it. You don't want to discuss that conflict with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. And now everyone is taken in this conflict. They've processed it and they've chosen sides. They've been the judge and the jury of the situation. And then you go back. You take weeks to go back to the person who actually is the primary person in this conflict that you have. When we take our time and take too long often to go to the person who we really should be having the conversation with, a lot of times collateral damage happens. Others, they've weighed in, they've judged, they have already, some people dismiss this case, but very few people do that. Most people take sides and they've declared a winner, a loser, somebody who's right and someone who's wrong. And so we want to make sure that instead of having conversations with everyone but the person that we're having conflict in, we need to take the time to think, reflect, go to that person directly. Same is to be said when a young wife is in a relationship and she's upset with her new husband, and she goes to her mother or she goes to her dad and she talks about this conflict. Well, eventually they make up, and guess what? They kiss and all is well again. But you know who it's not well with? Mom or dad or those family members that this young bride chooses to tell. My husband and I, we usually like to say your credit score is always going to be high with your family and the people who love you, but to your spouse or your partner, their credit score is very fragile. And we want to make sure that we safeguard that and in all our relationships. So be mindful about widening your circle. When conflicts come up, keep the circle small. Take your time, get quiet, listen, process it, and be sure that you're holding yourself accountable to have the conversation with the people who matter. My name is Charmaine Jennings. This is the Chosen Lifeline for Women, again, where we have been called to challenge and change the culture of women's worth, willpower, and wisdom. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.